Well, thanks for staying with us. And, you know, it's hard to believe, but it's actually been 7 years now that our district has been involved with Math Olympiad. And Math Olympiad is a math competition literally done annually in all 50 states in our country, as well as 30 countries around the world. So it's a huge competition. And here with us to tell us more about their involvement, our involvement in Math Olympiad is first and foremost Stacey Ward. Stacey is one of our incredible teachers at Timbers Elementary, also our Math Olympiad coordinator. Stacey, it's great to see you.
Good to see you.
And you brought two former students.
Yes, this is Kade Campbell and Michael Malinowski. They were at Timbers Elementary last year, but now they're at Atascocita Middle School this year.
All right, graduated.
Yes, big sixth graders now.
And I'm glad to see the t-shirts still fit. That's good. So Stacey, let me start with you. Tell us just generally a little bit about Math Olympiad, what all is involved, and how's it been working so far this year?
This year's competition, we started in October, so we've been going for about a month now. And what happens is the teams meet once a week for about an hour, and we go over word problems that are hard. Like, it's for 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. So it's just 4th through 8th grade, but these questions really are higher level thinking, really higher level thinking questions. And I'm glad as a sponsor that the answers are given with them, because otherwise I don't know what would happen. But it's higher level question thinking. The kids work in groups. They can communicate with each other. They can bounce ideas off each other. Then we take, there's 4 tests that are given all year long. And those 4 tests are 5 questions each. And at the end of the year, depending on who scored the highest on each campus, the top 5 people will go to our tournament in May. Right. Which is held at the ISD. And then they compete for who has the highest individual score and then who has the highest team score.
So it really encourages your students to focus on their math, to get help when they need it, and to problem solve in different ways. Right.
Yes, and it's serious out-of-the-box thinking with that, because it's not your average word problem. How many dogs does Sally have now? It's it's using geometry and algebra, and some of these 4th graders haven't been introduced to that yet. So it's building them up, and it's kind of giving them a little foreshadowing of what's to come. Kind of front-loading them of what's to come.
So Kade, you went through this and now you've moved on to middle school. How did this help you prepare for higher level maths that you're going to be facing?
Well, when we did the problems and we went over it and she told us the answers on the test and everything, it was like putting me one step ahead of all the other students. So every time my teacher would be teaching me something different, I'd be one step ahead.
Good. So it helps you now that you're in middle school, I guess. How about you, Michael?
It really just helped me with my grades and everything, because at the first I was getting mixed up in math and everything. So after school, when we went to Miss Ward's room and we did all the problems, I understood it more, and it just helped me on my grades so I can play sports and everything.
An added benefit. That's a great benefit.
So are you guys doing Math Olympiad at AMS or involved with Math Club or anything like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's early. You've got time.
That's right.
You've got time to get in that club. It's okay.
But I'm curious, as you think back on the Math Olympiad experience at Timbers with Mrs. Ward, so what was really good about that from your perspective, and what was kind of scary about that?
I got to be with my friends a lot because most of my friends were in it, and we got to work in groups and just talk to each other and solve stuff.
Yeah, and it helped when we worked in groups and everything. You would be more familiar with the stuff that we were doing than just right out of the blue, so you could help everybody.
Awesome.
Stacey, math is a scary thing for right-brained people like me. I'm terrible in math. But what strategies do you use to help young students get through some of these higher level thinking skills?
We use a lot of problem solving in groups. Like they'll work together as a team sometimes, and then they might work together just 2 people. And then when we have to do the different contests, of course, it's individual. But drawing a picture, it's just those basic level problem solving strategies that you use all the time. They can really help with these higher level thinking, because these guys are thinking out of the box. They're not just drawing 4 sticks and circling 2. So they've got to do some multiplication, division, algebra. So problem solving, working as a group, even working backwards, starting with the end in mind. Okay, this is where I have to be now. How am I going to get there? So just using those basic problem solving strategies help.
Wow.
But I think a lot of it is working with the group and talking it out. It's not just sitting at a table, doing the problem, and then talking about it. Talking about it as you're working it out really gets you to kind of thinking, okay, well, that's kind of what they're thinking. Maybe let's see if I can add on to that.
Right.
So it's really the opportunity to learn from each other. As I think Michael was saying, while you're really all contributing to trying to solve that problem. And I don't know if you saw it or not, but I thought it was really interesting with the robotics group, from Kingwood Park, talking about how, just all the skills you mentioned, Stacey. That's what the world of work will be like. That's what the demand is going to be for when you guys are out there. So it's great preparation, really. From my perspective, it gives you an edge. It really does.
So what's ahead for your students? You mentioned y'all have been working about a month, and then tell us a little bit about the schedule. What's coming up as they go toward competition? You mentioned each class selects
Each campus.
Each campus.
There are 27 campuses now. Do we have 27? So we have 24 elementary schools are participating, and I believe 4, maybe 5 middle schools are participating as well. So each year there's 4 contests, so it's not each month, but each week each team will meet for an hour, and they will go over contest problems and fun stuff. It's not just all these hard word problems, but some fun games thrown in as well to help them kind of problem solve. And then in May, we'll work up to our tournament, and then we'll have 5 people from each team meet at the ISD, and then we'll have an individual contest, just like you would at your campus, but it would be with everybody. And then we'll have a team contest as well. So we have pizza and popsicles, so it's really fun, because a lot of kids, they get to go off campus for that day. They have pizza for lunch and popsicles, and there's water and snacks throughout the day as well. So
that would get me to do math.
That would work for
Throw
me.
a little pizza in there and
That's
I'm good.
right, whatever works.
So they're waving us on. I'm sorry that we're running out of time, but real quick, guys, so things are okay at AMS? You guys are doing good in middle school?
Yeah.
Thumbs up? Awesome, awesome. Well, you were prepared by the best, absolutely the best. So
That's right.
you were very lucky. Stacey, thank you so much for being
You're
with
welcome.
us.
Thank you.
Kade, Michael, good seeing you. Thanks for being with us, and good luck at AMS as your 6th grade year continues. Math Olympiad coming up throughout the entire year. Really proud to be able to offer it in our district. And you all stay with us. We'll be right back.